very happy to have you with us, Marge. And let's all of us welcome Marge very loudly. Switch on your microphones and give him a very loud set of Hari Bols, please. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. So let me just chant a little bit for 2-3 minutes, and then we will proceed. Is that okay?
Yes, lovely.
Oh,
Thank you, Marge.
Prabhuji, were you in the manor the other day? No, you did not. You were there?
Yes, that was me in reception.
Oh, okay.
As you walked through the reception, I had your darshan there.
Hare Krishna. Okay, we'll start. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallava Girivardhari. Gaya Gopi Jana Vallava Girivardhari. Yasodanandana Prajajana Ranjana. Yasodanandana Prajajana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Balava Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Balava Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Shri Radhe. Jai Radha Madana Mohan Radha Madana Mohan Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinata Radha Gopinata Shri Radhe Radha Gopinata Radha Gopinata Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Shri Radhe Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Shrimati Gopal Krishna Goswami Tamini Prabhupada Sahitam Prakasha Dikja Vacharangiram Sharu Pate Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Simate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Sarasvati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirbhisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyanan Gyana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dati Swapadantikam Vandehang Shiguro Sijuta Padakamalang Shigurung Vaishnavamscha Sirupang Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakambitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vindavaniswari Visabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kipa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
So, reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is from the fourth canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, the creation of the fourth order, chapter 30, activities of the Prachetas, and text number 8. As we were asked to speak upon cooperation in Krishna consciousness, well, we were asked about festival, cooperation during the festival, but I was thinking, why only during the festival? It should be every day. It should be at all times, right? Not just during festivals and then after that, non-cooperation. No, it should be at all times. So, here is the verse. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Barang Brindhang Badrambo Yuyang Mindri Panandana Sohardina Pritag Dharmas Tustohang Sordineva. Si Bhagavan Uvacha Bharang Brinidvang Badrango Yuyang Me Nripanandana Sohardina Pritag Dharmas Tustohang Soridenava. What for word meaning? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, said, Varam, benediction, Binidhvam, ask,
Can I sing yours?
Badram, good fortune, Va, of you, Yuyam, you, me, from me, Nripa Nandana, O sons of the king, Sauradena, by friendship, Apritak, none different, Dharma, occupation, Tusta, pleased, Aham, I, Sauradena, by friendship, Va, you. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear sons of the King, I am very much pleased by the friendly relationships among you. All of you are engaged in one occupation, devotional service. I am so pleased with your mutual friendship that I wish you all good fortune. Now you may ask a benediction of me. Purport. Since the sons of King Pachini Barhisat were all united in Krishna consciousness, the Lord was very pleased with them. Each and every one of the sons of King Pachini Barhisat was an individual soul, but they were united in offering transcendental service to the Lord. The unity of the individual souls attempting to satisfy the Supreme Lord or rendering service to the Lord is real unity. In the material world, such unity is not possible. Even though people may officially unite, they all have different interests. In the United Nations, for instance, all nations have their particular national ambitions, and consequently, they cannot be united. This unity between individual souls is so strong within this material world that even in a society of Krishna consciousness, members sometimes appear disunited due to their having different opinions and leaning toward material things. Actually, in Krishna consciousness, there cannot be two opinions. There is only one goal: to serve Krishna to one's best ability. if there is some disagreement over service, such disagreement is to be taken as spiritual. Those who are actually engaged in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot be disunited in any circumstance. This makes the Personality of Godhead very happy and willing to award all kinds of benediction to his devotees, as indicated in this verse. We can see that the Lord is immediately prepared to award all benedictions to the sons of King Prachini Barhi. Again, the sloka. Shri Bhagavan Ubacha Varang Vinidhang Badrambo Yuyang Me Nripa Nandana Sohardina Pritag Dharmas Tustohang Sauridinava. So this verse specifically tells us about the unity of friendship, friendly relationships amongst the sons of King Pichani Barhisat. And this makes the Supreme Personality of Godhead very happy, very pleased. So cooperation in Krishna consciousness is very much needed in order for us to serve the Supreme Lord. Prabhupada gave an example, just like in a lake or in a body of water. If there is a group of people and each and every one of them has a stone in their hand, and they will throw the stone in one central point, then all the stones will be just falling in one place, and then the ripples will be very, very much nicely arranged in such a way. It'll be like circular going that way. Now, if all of those different personalities, they will throw their stones in many, many places, then the ripples will be like crisscrossing each other, and there'll be no harmony. There will be no unity. So similarly, our main focus in Krishna consciousness is for us to be united and to serve the Supreme Lord in cooperation with each other. Even Prabhupada says like that before he left. He says,
how are you doing? How are you this evening?
Haribol, I am fine, no problem. Everyone should mute their in the Zoom, okay? Except myself. So Prabhupada says, your love for me will be shown how you cooperate with each other after I'm gone. So our movement, actually, that's why it is still going on, because we're following this instruction coming from Srila Prabhupada to cooperate with each other and somehow work together in unity, in unison. Another example is given just like in orchestra. It's of the members, musicians, and the orchestra. They all are playing different instruments. And the conductor, as soon as he raised his wand, his small stick, he'll be able to unite everyone and play all of their different individual instruments, and they will create a very nice harmonious music together, right? So similarly, we all have different abilities. Krishna created all the jivas uniquely. Krishna created us in such a way that we are all individually unique. And each and every one of us has his own expertise. Everyone, even in the animal life, animal form of life, there is uniqueness or their ability, their expertise that they show. So, similarly, in Krishna consciousness, each and every one of us has his own ability that Krishna gave to us. And the spiritual master would fan that spark or that ability to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, Prabhupada gave an example here of the United Nations. They have so many flags. They're just collecting flags, but there is no really unity in United Nation. It should be a disunited nations. That's true. Sometimes it's just like fighting. I've seen like a video of like in a one government in here in Europe, and they were all punching each other. Uh, they're not able to control themselves because each and everyone in that material platform has their own ambitions. They all have their self-interest. They all have their motivation, self-motivation. So in Krishna consciousness, we should only have one goal: to please the spiritual master, to please the Supreme Lord, to please the Vaishnavas. If we have any self-interest, we should put that aside. How our movement will go on for the next 10,000 years if we put our self-interest in the front. In spiritual life also there is a competition. Prabhupada says even in the spiritual world there is a competition. But that competition is not the same as the materialist's competition. The materialist competition is wanting to put each other down. In the spiritual world, the competition is who can please, who can serve Krishna the best. And whoever is doing the best service, he or she shares that ability, that expertise to others. Otherwise, we will become envious of each other. In the spiritual world, there is no envy. That is not present there. In the material world, envy is there. So when we try to serve the Supreme Lord, let's see again the purport. It's very nice purport Srila Prabhupada has given here. Even in the spiritual platform, there is a competition. But we're all united in serving the Supreme Lord. And there is no two opinions, Prabhupada says. Says here, the unity of the individual souls attempting to satisfy the Supreme Lord or rendering service to the Lord is real unity. And in the material world, it's not possible to have unity because each and everyone has their own ambition. Each and every one of the materialists, the conditioned soul, they have their own idea what to do. But in Krishna consciousness, we base our contribution towards the Supreme Lord based on how we can render service to the Supreme Lord to please Him. So there are many institutions and so many organizations in the material world, but there's always politics. Prabhupada says, don't go into politics. Don't go into a situation that you want to put another person down so you can put yourself in the front. Um, there's so many different interests. In the spiritual platform, there should be only one goal: to serve the Supreme Lord, to serve the spiritual master, and to serve the Vaishnavas. So there are many events going on during the whole year, not just during the whole year, events or festivals, but in every day when we serve the Lord. It's like in deity worship, the pujaris, they should be united. Hmm. They should be harmoniously cooperating with each other, and the same goal, only to please Krishna. So, Prabhupada says, though, this unity between individual souls is so strong within this material world that even in a society of Krishna consciousness, members sometimes appear disunited due to their having different opinions and leaning toward material things. So we have to put that aside, those leanings towards material things. We have to have our main goal is to serve Krishna, to please Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada, he created the Krishna Consciousness Society, the movement, for this purpose only, to congregationally serve the Lord. That's why it is called Sankirtan movement. Sankirtan means complete congregation, glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he planted the tree of pure devotional service, and the fruits is love of God. So he himself, he admitted that I alone cannot distribute this love of God. I need you also to help me distribute this love of God. So how can we distribute love of God if we are fighting with each other? If we are disunited, if we're not agreeing? Otherwise, these different opinions, different self-interest will be the hindrance. It'll be the obstacles how Krishna consciousness will go on, will flourish for the next 10,000 years. And Prabhupada says here, in Krishna consciousness, there cannot be two opinions. Should be only one goal: to serve Krishna to one's best ability. So that's true. There are many activities, many services we can render unto the Supreme Lord. One may be expert in puja or deity worship. One may be expert in book distribution. One may be expert in Harinam, Kirtan. Or one may be expert in cooking for Krishna. This is a complete, this is a Sankirtan. Everyone, all the members in the Krishna consciousness movement, in our movement, they're all very important. Krishna sees everyone in equally here. It is not that one is less important than the other. Just like for Krishna, he doesn't see that the cows are lesser than Mother Yasoda. Krishna, actually, he spent more time with the cows than Mother Yasoda. The service that they rendered, the cowherd boys, or the cows, or all the inhabitants in Vrindavan, Krishna accept them happily because they're doing it with love and devotion, with no self-interest. So similarly, this should be our goal: to serve Krishna with all our heart and soul. We cannot do, we cannot become successful. Prabhupada says, yes, cooperation must be there. And he says that I alone, I cannot become successful. The way our Krishna consciousness movement was established is that with the cooperation of his disciples, with his followers. He cannot do it by himself. That's why he says also, all of you were sent by my Guru Maharaj to help me in this Krishna consciousness movement. And actually, he says that actually you're all my spiritual masters also. You're my gurus because you're teaching me also. Yeah, he mentions that one time or another. So if there is some disagreement over service, such disagreement is to be taken as spiritual. There should not be enmity with each other when we serve the Supreme Lord. And if one is expert in one section or one ability, one should share that secret how one can serve Krishna more and more. It's like Yamuna Mataji. She was the first one who was taught by Srila Prabhupada how to cook. Yeah. She was the first one, right from the very early days, right from the very beginning. So Prabhupada says, yes, now I'm teaching you how to cook, how to prepare nice offerings for Lord Krishna. It is your duty also to share it to others. And if you don't share it to others, what you've learned, you will become envious. You'll become proud. Being proud and envy is like synonymous to each other. Because you're proud. You don't want to, you want to be in the top. You want to be like the only one who will be like glorified or worship. And therefore, if you see another person who's competing with you, you will not let do that, isn't it? It's like the story of King Indra and Prithu Maharaj. Prithu Maharaj would like to perform 100 horse sacrifices. But King Indra, who was the first one who did it, he did not want that to happen. No, he was like, he did many ways how to stop that 100 horse sacrifices of Prithu Maharaj. So that should not be our mentality. There may be some disagreement. That is natural. As long as we have this body, we may have this disagreement, but the disagreement should be also considered as spiritual as long as Krishna is the center. So we actually, this is our main purpose, to serve Krishna without any self-interest. And we should be united in the way how we should serve Krishna the best. If one's opinion to serve Krishna is the most practical and is the best, we should accept that, even if it's coming from a junior devotee. If it is coming from a new bhakta, why not? If that will solve, oh Krishna, if that will solve the problem, why not? Isn't it? If you can, it's like, was that again? If you can pick gold even from the stool, pick it up. It's gold. So whoever can give the best solution, and it doesn't matter where is that coming from, to serve Krishna the best, we should take it. We should accept it. We should not say, oh, no, I got initiated before him. That means I'm senior, right? Oh, I'm I'm an authority in the temple. I should be the boss. Everything I say, everyone should follow. That's true. But if he can get some idea, even from a junior devotee, um, he should put it forward. So in this way, there'll be harmony, there'll be unity, there'll be complete cooperation. And in this way, Krishna will be happy. Just like here in this verse, because the sons of King Prachini Barhisat, they were all united. And in this way, they'll be able to become successful. They'll be able to achieve the desired goal, which is Krishna Prema. So yes, we cannot be disunited here. This is as like as Prabhupada says, our movement cannot be destroyed from outside. Our movement can be destroyed only from inside. By what? By how? By disunity, by non-cooperation with each other. So we cannot be disunited in any circumstance. And if there is some disagreement, again, if there is some disunity, that is only temporary. Yes, for the next 10,000 years, it has to be the goal. Because if we follow, that's why our movement is thriving. Thriving means it's increasing, it's getting stronger and stronger and stronger, because we try to follow as much as possible what Srila Prabhupada said. And we have this following Srila Prabhupada's instructions to have the GBC. GBC is a group of devotees, very, very advanced devotees in our movement. And they're trying their very best to keep the movement together even after Prabhupada has left. So if we didn't have any GBC, or the ultimate managing authority in our movement, long time gone. We're all splintered. We're all separated. And there was a study done that after the leader of an institution is gone after like 25 years or something, it's finished. The whole movement is finished. So people are very much surprised. How is it that we're still together? How is it that we're still going on, going strong, stronger and stronger all the time, every day, because we follow what Prabhupada's instructions are. Try to, as much as possible, because Prabhupada is the main person who's keeping us all together here. As soon as one becomes ambitious to be better than Prabhupada or equal with Prabhupada, that's it. We will not be here. We will not be talking here. I will not be with you today. So, this makes the Supreme Personality of Godhead very happy. And Srila Prabhupada, this makes him very happy. And he's willing. Krishna and Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual master, they are willing to give us all kinds of benedictions, all kinds of blessings, all the mercies being showered upon us continuously, unlimitedly. So we have to work together. We should be ready to give up our sense of false prestige. We should be ready to give up our false ego here. If another person has a better suggestion, we should accept that. in order to please the spiritual master and Krishna. Yes, let me read something else here. About cooperation. Let me see. I've read something. Prabhupada says, unless you surrender, where is the cooperation? Where is the cooperation? Just like all my disciples, they have surrendered, so there is cooperation. Therefore, this movement is increasing. Otherwise, alone, what can we do? Because you are cooperating with me, therefore I'm advancing this movement. If you non-cooperate with me, I am old man, what can I do? So similarly, Lord Chaitanya comes, Krishna, to invite cooperation. He says that, please cooperate with me, let me spread this Krishna consciousness. That's from Prabhupada's words. The materialists, they cooperate with each other, but it's false cooperation. And it doesn't last. Let me try to read for you again some quotes from Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna says here, one of the Srila Prabhupada's disciples is Vyasa Puja offering. So can we not say that our love for you is tested by how we carry out both general and specific orders? Certainly, if we are all trying to do that, cooperation will be easy. Cooperation would seem to be the first order, because without it, how can we carry out your orders, your other orders? So cooperation must mean cooperation to carry out your orders, being inspired to reciprocate with your love. Is one of the offerings. Let me see. There's another one I've read, really nice. It says here. Oh yes, another example I remember now. It's like the father is sick, and the children, they want to alleviate the pain and suffering of the father. So everyone was like massaging different parts of the body of the father, right? So while massaging, everyone would like to give relief of the pain, because the father is sick. But then while massaging different parts of the body of the father, they're also fighting with each other. So while fighting with each other, they try to massage at the same time. So what happened? Instead of relieving the pain, they increase the pain of the father. I just remember that now, isn't it? Or another example Prabhupada gave, bundle of sticks. It's very difficult to break, but one stick alone, easy to break. Was that together? Divided, was that? United we stand, divided we fall. That's about unity again. That's about cooperation again. So this is applicable in Krishna consciousness. The more we are together, then Maya is very difficult to penetrate. But if we are alone, thinking that, oh yes, I can do it by myself, that is hallucination. No, we cannot become successful in Krishna consciousness individually. We can only become successful in Krishna consciousness together. United we stand, divided we fall. So be strong in pushing our Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada says, and Krishna will help. He is the strongest. Still, we must be combined together. And this is the meaning of Sankirtan. Complete, everyone together. Prabhupada says, so your duty is to cooperate. Mamaivam so jiva bhuta. Krishna says that they are part and parcel, the living entities. Just like this finger. Oh yes, if my hands will not cooperate with my stomach, then I'm not be able to maintain my body. Just like this finger is part and parcel of my body, its primary duty is to cooperate what I say. I say the finger, come here. Immediately, that is the duty. That is cooperation. And I say the finger, come here. And the finger goes anywhere. That is not cooperation. Similarly, whatever Krishna says, you do it. That is cooperation. Then it will be successful. If you manufacture your own meaning, amendment, and your scholarship nonsense, then you spoil. In politics, nonviolence. Just see. Do you think Gandhi became successful by nonviolence? Do you think violence? No. Even in India, he failed. And in South Africa. Otherwise, he failed in South Africa, it says here. Let me see. There's a nice... yes. It says here. Let me first of all finish Shrimad Bhagavatam, then we can take up others. So I wish to also thank you for your cooperation, because your cooperation, therefore has been possible for me to publish alone. The first 3 volumes, I had to take so much trouble, but by your cooperation of you American boys and girls, now this has become possible. So we cannot overemphasize this cooperation, unity, unison. And in this way, our movement will go on for the next 10,000 years. I am just looking for that very special. I've read it just recently here. Let me see here. There's so many quotes from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself wanted our cooperation. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is God himself, Krishna himself, but he felt alone. Again, we mentioned that already. Okay, this will be the last one now. Then I can open it for question and answer, or any points you think that we mentioned is very important to you. It says, in 1975, in Atlanta, Srila Prabhupada told that he was pleased by the spirit of cooperation of his disciples in working together to serve him. He explained that just as the British Empire had succeeded in circling the globe because of the spirit of cooperation, similarly, the secret of our success in spreading Lord Chaitanya's movement and building the transcendental society would be maintained that same spirit of cooperation. I traveled all over the world, many places. South Africa, Mauritius, UAE, North America, and now here in UK. But I found it that, and this is a fact though, that many of the issues, the problem is personal issues between devotees. They're not be able to work together properly, harmoniously. Even though it is going on our movement, but this should be eliminated. It has to be eliminated so that everyone will be happy. Others are doing service and they're just minding their own business, minding their own service so as not to be affected by others who's not so, you may say, able to understand the situation of other devotees and having their agendas to be pushed before them. And therefore, some temples, I can tell some temples they're not everyone is happy. And that's a fact. I'm telling you now, like this. And I can feel the vibration of that temple. Yeah, when I enter a temple or I can see the devotees, not all of them are not so happy. But this should not be. We have to eliminate that. So that because Krishna consciousness is joyfully performed, because of we have to do our very best to the best of our ability to unite, cooperate harmoniously in serving the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna. Okay, I'm stopping here now. Is there any question or comment? Or is there any points that you want to add? I'm sorry I was not able to go to South London because the traffic in UK is not the best also. And it'll take us quite a while. It's a little bit difficult. Any question?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Well, thank you, Maharaj. Even though you could not physically come, we feel we are in your presence. So we're very, very grateful for that.
Thanks
Thank
to
you.
Zoomland.
To Zoom. And I have one question, Maharaj.
Yes. Speak louder.
Okay. Is that better? Can you hear me?
Yes, now. Yes, sure.
Okay. So earlier, Maharaj, you mentioned that our false ego, the coverings we have, we should learn to give those up in order to actually be humble, which will then allow us to cooperate better.
Yeah.
But my question is, or maybe the difficulty I've seen or experienced is that sometimes that covering and that those layers are so tightly integrated into us that we don't necessarily recognize them as a separate something that can be given up.
Yeah.
And therefore the idea of giving up the ego is almost comes across as giving up your own very self.
That's why surrender must be there. Prabhupada said that, right? Without surrender, there is no cooperation. So I understand your point. You see, for our movement to go on, if let's say someone gave me some instruction and out of false ego, I'm not ready to accept that instruction, the whole movement will crash if everyone's mood is like that I will not, no, I will not do it. Prabhupada says, first you accept, you follow the instruction. And if there is some difficulty in executing the instruction or the service, then you can inform, you can let them know. You can let the authorities know that there is some problem here. And then out of humility, you can tell, but I have a solution for this. Putting aside again your false prestige, your false ego. Because if you really want to serve Krishna, you have to put that aside. There is no way that we can serve Krishna with false ego. That'll be pretension. That'll be hypocrisy. That is not real. So, first, accept what, let's say, the authorities say, and then follow that. And if there is some issues, there's some problems, then accept and say, Prabhuji, this is what I'm facing. If immediately you put your own idea that this is not going to work, then nothing will move. Nothing. It'll be like very, very difficult for our movement to go on. So yeah, that is the priority here, to give up our sense of proprietorship or sense of um, ego, our false ego. Put that aside temporarily. And the more we become purified, then we can understand that, oh, this is on my mental speculation. Because I am this, I'm more experienced. No. Materially, you may be very experienced, but that can help a little bit in spiritual life. But no, purity is the force here. Purity is the force. The more we purify ourselves, then the more our false ego will be powdered, will be into dust. It'll disappear. Okay, so we have to try it. And again, how can we chant the holy name of the Lord if false ego is there? Then everything is superficial. One may see that, oh, he's very busy doing many, many things, but he has this false ego or ulterior motive. It will not have the eternal result whereby Lord Krishna will be ready to give benediction or love of God to that person. Is that okay?
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's the most difficult to give up of all the attachment that we have in this material world, is to give up our false sense of proprietorship, our false ego, our misidentification, our attachment with this body is the most difficult to give up. But it can be easily done, and we have to try by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra purely, without any offenses. Okay? Any other points? Let me see if there's any questions here. No?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Haribol.
Mama Mathuranath Das here.
Yes, Mathuranath. Haribol. Nice to hear
Hare
your voice.
Yeah, Maharaj, like as you mentioned in the class as well, the conflict arises because of that we want to do, or we want to make ourselves feel proud. Like the competitive nature between the devotees. They want to compete each other.
Yeah.
And that is one of the main reason for conflict. So how can we avoid, Maharaj? Like we want to serve Prabhupada, we want to serve Krishna, we want to serve our spiritual master.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we don't want to maintain the competitive nature. Like, is there any prayers that we can pray, or is there anything that we can meditate so that competitive nature doesn't come to me? At least I remain. I don't want to be the reason for any conflict.
Yeah. Well, the competition is there if one is like, you wanted to be, what do you call this? He wanted to be the main person.
Mhm.
Let's analyze this, because it is a disease. It is a disease that needs to be cured. First of all, we have to accept our shortcomings. Usually those who are in that position of competitiveness, that I want to be the number one devotee here in the temple. I want to be known that I am the best devotee, that I am the best pujari, that I'm the best book distributor, that I am the best cook, and so on. First of all, it will not work. It is not possible. See, the devotee is automatically famous who serves the Supreme Lord wholeheartedly, sincerely, even if he's like a sweeper. If you just sweep the floor or wash the pots. So, yeah, that competitiveness should be how to serve Krishna the best, but not in the expense of you are committing Vaishnav aparad. Because in this way, Krishna will not accept your service, really. Krishna will not accept. It is not possible. You may think that, oh, I'm doing the best, and then at the expense that others are being bulldozed, others are being, put aside or pushed on the side. That will not work. This is our first thing that we have to develop in Krishna consciousness: humility. Humility. And the whole movement is about that. One should be more humbler than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree. Be ready to offer respect to others and not expecting any respect for oneself. Of all of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instructions, which he didn't give many, this is the most important. Krishna consciousness means this: be humble. As Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, that this is our eternal position. This verse from the Siksastakam. So yeah, one may compete with each other, but a person, again, if he wants to compete with a person who's better than him, the best way is, Prabhuji, with humility, Mataji, can you please tell me your secret? Can you please tell me, how do you cook so nicely this preparation, this sabji? Yeah, and again, in Krishna consciousness, there is no secret. Even there is no secret recipe here. You'll give your best ability to help that. Yeah, in Krishna consciousness is like this. The more you help others advance in Krishna consciousness, the more you also advance. You don't lose anything. In the material world, is the opposite. You don't give your secret to others. You don't tell others how to be expert like you. If you're expert in something, you don't tell others. Otherwise, you will lose your position to be number one. But in the spiritual platform, the more you tell others how to make advancement in Krishna consciousness, giving up, you have nothing to lose. You're not giving up anything. you're giving them Krishna consciousness, you're helping them to be Krishna conscious, then you also make advancement. Krishna will award you more and more in this way. More benedictions, more blessings. So again, the prayers, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And you can pray also to the deities. Please pulverize my false ego. Please help me to give up this sense of false proprietorship, of this illusion that I'm having. Only you can help me. Nobody else can help. And the spiritual master, of course. Do you follow? Matura na
Yes,
tubo?
Maharaj. Yes, Maharaj. Yeah.
You
Thank you
give.
so much.
In Krishna consciousness, if you know something which is good, you give. You don't keep it to yourself. And this is for others, for everyone. Yeah?
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Thank you. Any other points from...
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Oh, first of all, we really were looking forward to serving you, Maharaj, which we never get a chance in Vrindavan. Maharaj, talking about false ego, how can one recognize a false ego?
How can
When
okay.
one recognize, I mean, how can I recognize my own false ego? Let's put it that way. Because when we are serving the Lord, there should be no false ego.
Yeah.
In devotional service, we should not have any false ego. We should share everything.
Yeah.
But when this false ego comes, how can we recognize it? That it is my false ego that's letting me do this and we do that.
As soon as one as soon as one misidentify himself to be the best, that is already false ego. As soon as one thinks that he is the best of everything, that I don't commit many mistakes or any mistakes, that I'm perfect, everything that I do is the best. As soon as we think that we are this body, and as soon as we follow the dictations of the mind, then that is false ego. That's why we base everything from Guru, Sadhu, and Sastra. It's not so easy for the materialists, it's not possible for them to understand this, having false ego. For a devotee who is doing service, even in the initial stage, who are chanting sincerely, then you'll be able to understand what I'm doing is not proper because I'm doing it out of false ego. And others can tell you also. If you cannot tell it by yourself, others can point it out. Those who are more advanced than you are, they can tell. Especially the spiritual master. He can tell. He can cut that false ego. He can tell when he chastises us, it is for our own benefit, it is for our own good. Because that is the duty of the spiritual master, for our own spiritual benefit and welfare. No, in the material world, they'll pat each other. Yes, you're doing good. Even though it is not. It is the opposite. So we're very fortunate somehow. If there's anyone who will point out our deficiencies, our shortcomings, and how we can improve in our Krishna consciousness, we should be thankful to them. If someone is trying to correct you in Krishna consciousness, and you say, no, I didn't do it. No. Everything I do is perfect, Prabhu. Why are you telling me? Who are you to tell me? Who are you to tell me what I should do? And then that is false ego immediately. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. Especially when we are in the temple and when we are doing deity service, the Prabhupada said we should always make sure the deities are dressed so nicely, everything. And that's when sometimes we get criticized if the perfection is not there.
There is also constructive criticism. There's two ways of criticizing. The other one is to help others. The constructive criticism. You can say, oh, Mataji, I think the mukut is not centered. Sometimes when we go for darshan and, maybe, it's not properly arranged. So we can point this out. Prabhupada says, the duty of the management is to find mistakes. So, why? Why? So that you will improve. If there is a mistake and the management will say, oh, yeah, you're doing good, Mataji. Everything is perfect. But something is wrong. So how are you going to improve? And you should be ready to accept. If a friend tells you, a friend can tell you things that you may be lacking or not doing it properly, so we should take it accordingly, isn't it? So if someone tells you this, because not of envy, you should be ready. Yes, Prabhu, yes, Mataji, I think you're correct. Okay, I'll try to improve next time. Yeah. Again, another criticism is to put you down. So that we do not want in Krishna consciousness. Okay?
Thank you, Maharaji.
Any other points? Or comments? Or reflection? Hare Krishna. Anything else? Let me see if there is any question here.
Can I ask a question, Maharaj?
Who is that?
Can you hear me, Maharaj?
I can hear you. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Harish. Harish.
Okay, Harish. Harish son or what?
Harish Jani is my name.
Jani. Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So I was going to say that your talk was really uplifting, full of wisdom, full of practical.
Okay, don't puff up my false ego now.
And I'm not building it. No, I'm just literally saying that it's been amazing to listen to this. And I think you mentioned that sometimes when you walk into a temple or walk into a situation, you can feel that there are certain vibrations.
Something is wrong in the temple.
So I was going to say that for a whole kind of movement to, not that every like that, of course, there might be one or two, or there might not be, on certain days there might be or might not be. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that to get that universal approach by everyone all the time, to put it into practice needs practice, I guess, and needs constant reminders. So how do we, as disciples, make sure that we are always following this sense of humbleness, sense of a lack of proprietorship?
Yeah.
How can we do that?
Well, when anyone who enters the temple, we should actually greet them and at least say Hare Krishna. Try to assist them, whether they're sannyasis or newcomers. We should greet them. Thank you for coming. Welcome. Very nice that you have come. Is there anything I can do? You need any help? In one temple I've been, they look at me like, what are you doing here? What is your purpose here? It's like, I got this vibration like this. It's, wow, this temple has a big problem. I had this experience. It's like they look at you, it's like, hey, you're not supposed to be here. Why are you here? Even to a sannyasi, you don't even say smile. Even such gesture of your face to show that, please, you're most welcome. You smile. It should be like this. Should be welcoming. Then how, if I'm a newcomer, why should I come back again to this temple? I will not come back to this temple again. Is this the place of worship of the Lord? But we have to be tolerant, because not everyone is like that. But we should all have this same same kind of consciousness, same kind of mindset, that anyone who comes to the temple, we should be thankful that they enter the temple. Even if we have problems, we should not transfer our problem to others. Okay. We all have problems, that's for sure. We all have issues that we have to deal with. But others should not be affected by what's going on inside. So, yeah, we should be accommodating, we should be welcoming. Some temples I've been, oh, Krishna, I would like to go back to this temple. I like to go back to this area again, because the love, I can feel the love, the hospitality, the care is there. So we should all have the same kind of consciousness like this. Yeah, like in Vrindavan, we don't have any other service there. What is our service there? Our service is to serve the Vaishnavas. Nothing else, I'm telling you. I've been living in Vrindavan for last 22 years. And I don't see any other service for me there, except to ask the devotee, is there anything you need? Is there anything I can help you with? This should be not just in Vrindavan, it should be also here in Leicester or in South London or Manchester or in UK, in North America, all over the world, wherever there is a temple. This should be the mood, isn't it?
Brilliant, absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Any other points or comments? You have a question?
Yeah. Maharaj,
There's a question here.
You mentioned that the goal is to offer the best to Krishna.
The goal is to offer the best to Krishna.
So
the best for Krishna, always.
yeah. So obviously everybody is an individual, so we have our own taste and understanding of what is best, and also our own ability to do best. So as a congregation, how do we harmonize that so that there's no conflict? Because sometimes that becomes...
That's why we have to, in the very beginning, is that we have to educate our members. Education. Our movement is an educational also movement, spiritual education. You know, it's not just we increase our members and not training them. We have to like, again, we have to figure out how we can get the best from each and everyone. It's an art how to do this. It's an art. It's like it's like Prabhupada would say, what do you do? Oh, I'm a teacher. And Prabhupada would say, then you teach for Krishna? So we should be expert. This is an art, how to get the best from each and everyone. You can ask, okay, Prabhu, what do you do? Oh, okay. I'm an IT, or, like I'm an artist, or I'm a programmer and all these things. So you try to get the best from them. And whatever, because each and every one of us we should find, each and every one of us should find, to the best of our ability, what is my service for Lord Krishna that I can offer the best. And someone can extract that from you. And this is the expertise of the spiritual master. How the spiritual master, they can do that. Both Diksha Guru and Shiksha Guru will be able to develop, will be able to make it bloom. Maybe in the beginning it's just like a seedling, or Prabhupada would say a spark, then be able to fan that spark. So Prabhupada is the combinations of all the abilities that we have. Krishna is the combination. He's the source of, he says, I am the ability in man. So one cannot claim that, oh, yes, I have the same ability, that I'm the only one who is good in this one. No, there are many others who are also good in what you're doing. Yeah, so we just have to somehow, again, be careful not to lose the enthusiasm of others by being prominent, or being falsely being like the boss. No. The humbler you are in Krishna consciousness, the more quicker you attain love of God, Krishna consciousness. And that humility can be shown in how you engage others in Krishna consciousness. Yeah. Is that okay? Yes? Any other points? Who is that?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. My name is Trupti, and I'm a very new devotee. And my humble obeisances to you, Guru Maharaj, and to all the Vaishnavas. All I wanted to say is your class is beautiful, amazing. I take a lot of notes. And what I wanted to say is that I have joined Krishna consciousness last year on a Radhastami. And I have joined South London Temple. And my experience is amazing. Good. Everybody's there is very welcoming, as you say. When they greet me, Hare Krishna, smile. Everybody happy to help on my journey. So I want to bring that out in open to say that I'm very thankful to Krishna to brought me there, and to especially to Vishalini Mataji, Satyabhama Mataji. There were so many mentors there. They are always there to help. And that gives a lot of enthusiasm to new devotees. And also the point that Hari Prabhu was saying as well, that about uniform and about the universal movement, and how to have that mood in everywhere. I have traveled the world, and everywhere where I go, I visit ISKCON temple for many, many years. And what I have not had any bad experience, and they have been so welcoming, which is encouraging me more and more to go towards the movement and help and do whatever I can to spread the Harinam and spread the word, and bring more devotees into the movement.
Jai.
That is all I wanted to say.
Jai. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very good. Is there any other points or any comments? Any questions?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you. Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
You mentioned a quote from Prabhupada that he said, all my disciples are surrendered to me, that's why they are cooperating.
Yeah.
So, how to practice surrender in my own daily services and everything, all the activities? How to practice surrender?
How to practice surrender?
Which means I won't be. I will be always cooperating with everyone, because you said surrender is the key. If you are surrendered, then you will cooperate.
Well, surrender means not just by words. You say, I surrender. Surrender means your body, your mind, your words, your very self. You try to follow the instructions coming from the Bhagavad Gita given by Lord Krishna to Arjuna. You follow the instructions coming from the spiritual master, from Srila Prabhupada. And yes, when you chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, you cannot chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra purely if you're not surrendered. But the reason that you are chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, that means that is the start of your surrender. Even the children, when I ask them, can you chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra every day? And they agreed, yes, I will chant one round. So that is the beginning of their surrender. We should not push anyone, and you cannot force anyone and anybody to surrender. You can tell them to surrender, but first you have to surrender yourself also first, because example is better than precept. So if you ask a person, just chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and when they start to chant the holy name and come to the mandir, then that is the start of their surrender. That is a good sign. So the reason that you are initiated, your name is Bab Shindu Gaur Das. Sounds like 3, 4, 5 names there. That means you're surrendered to Krishna. Yeah? Initiation means that is surrender. Yeah. So now you have just to act, because surrender is not just external, it's more of internal. Following the instructions from your Guru Maharaj or your authorities, wherever you are located. That is surrender. The reason why you are here in this meeting, you're also already surrendered. But there is like fully surrender. Nothing for me, everything for Krishna. That is surrender. We're talking about that the other day. Krishna wanted 100% surrender, and he will protect us. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made it easier. He didn't say surrender. Just say chant Hare Krishna. Chant and dance and honor prasadam. That is the easiest way, isn't it? In surrendering to the Supreme Lord. We can surrender to Krishna by eating Krishna Prasad. So where is the difficulty there? But we have to also tell others about this. Surrender means whatever the spiritual master told us to do, we should do it wholeheartedly. As Prabhupada says, if the guru says jump to the disciple will say, how high? Or if the spiritual master told you something that it is not really very welcoming to you, that you are having condition, you say, you cannot say to Guru, yes, Guru Maharaj, but you don't say but. As soon as you say but, that means you are not surrendering. Okay?
Thank you, Maharaj.
Okay, good. Any other points or comments? Hare Krishna. Let me see here in the because I opened, maybe there's some question here. No, everything seems to be okay. So we will conclude here now.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. We missed you this time, but hopefully in your next visit, we'll get the opportunity to serve you. Like Vishali Mataji was saying, she was been waiting for a few weeks when I told you you're coming. She was very keen to have you and serve you, but maybe the next time. And thank you once again for at least giving your online darshan and your wisdom today. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Because of my extensive traveling, this is my last, let's say, last leg of my travel, UK and some part in Germany and Prague. So, Krishna willing, I would like to come again. Next time. Maybe next time I'll have this privilege to have your association in person. And I pray for all your well-beings, for your advancement in Krishna consciousness. That's all I can offer to you right now.
Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Okay. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, and thank you very, very much.
Well, you have to come to Vrindavan. Then maybe we will see you.
Yes, we will. When we come, we will definitely. Every time we come, we listen to your final, especially your kirtan. Kirtan is so nice. I always sit there.
Hare Krishna.
And also your classes. But I was telling Jainitai Prabhu, first time I heard you in Vrindavan, I said, Jainitai, were you there? And he said, no. And I said, I heard a familiar voice. And that's when he said, why didn't you go and say hello and say that I am Jainitai's friend,
Yeah, Jainitai is a good friend of mine. I saw
Yes,
him in.
he did say that, yeah.
I saw him, I think, in New York or something.
Yes, he's in New York.
He's in New York.
I mean, he's here in London.
Oh, okay.
At the moment.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Dandavats. Hare Krishna. Okay. And here we'll sign off. We'll sign off now. Hari Hari. Gaura Hari.